Hey, what's happening? It's Nick from Lone Star Boot Reviews, and I'm here with Blake Baker, the owner of JW Boot Company. How you doing, Blake?
Nick, I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I reached out to Blake because I thought this would be a good opportunity for you guys to get to know him and his company a little bit better. We were just going to do a quick Q&A session. So, Blake, why don't you start off and just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Um, I grew up in Austin, Texas. Currently live in Pensacola, Florida, and that's where our JW Boot Company is headquartered out of. Um, I got a background in professional golf, and it's kind of through golf that I got into the boot industry.
So, okay, so professional golf, how did that tie into cowboy boots, I guess, would be my first question.
Good, good question. So, um, so um, I guess if we go back, I spent part of my life living in central Mexico. So I said I grew up in Austin, and for the most part I did. But part of my life was in central Mexico, and the area where my family lived was real close to Leon, Mexico, and so I was always very aware of the leather town Leon and the boots and jackets and purses and everything that Leon has done in the leather industry, men's dress shoes. And so it's always something that I've been aware of. And I've bought all sorts of stuff in Leon. And so if we fast forward to my golf career, um, later on in my golf career, I was teaching. And in fact, I was actually teaching here in Pensacola. And while I was teaching and giving lessons, I developed a side business where I was buying overstock of golf shoes and turned around and selling them online. And I had built a pretty good business doing that, but I kind of ran into some hurdles where, because I was buying overstock, I didn't always have necessarily the size I needed or the style, that I always wanted, or things like that. And so I learned how to sell this product. I could turn it over and kind of understood how to sell online, but I was limited in what I had. And that's when I thought back to, you know what, let's give this boot business a try. And just with my family being down there and understanding the culture, I set up some meetings, set up some phone calls, and I stayed persistent, and I was able to find a partner who could make boots for me, and that's kind of how JW Boot Company got started.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So was it difficult finding a boot maker to partner up with?
It was at first. It was a lot of phone calls and a lot of meetings, but there, I understand the culture really well. I spent a lot of time there. My parents had lived there 30 years, and so I felt like I was able to gain trust quicker than maybe a lot of people can, and I think that was a big step.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it's a smaller factory you're working with. Is that correct? Or is it
Yeah,
a huge
no,
one?
no, it's a small one.
So like
No,
how many people touch the boots during the process of making them?
um, I would say that well, there's probably about 12 to 15 people at a time in this facility.
Oh, okay.
Um, Not every single one touches the boot. There are some people that have the same role.
Sure.
Um, so where we're not, you know, uh, we don't make 50 boots at a time, but we make them individually. But we can, make maybe 2 or 3 boots at a time, just because we have a couple of people that can do the same role.
Gotcha.
Um, so, so yeah, about 12 people tops.
Okay. And they're hand lasted, correct?
Yes, they are hand lasted. But pretty much a handmade boot. Our our shafts are actually laser stitched. We discovered that we could be more consistent with our stitching by laser stitching them.
Yeah. sense. And I've seen them; they look really good, laser stitched.
Mhm.
I mean, I liked them before too, but I don't know. It seems like there might be opportunity there to do some more intricate type designs and stuff as well. Of course, I'm not a leather guy, so I don't really know. That's just my speculation.
Yes, I think with what you can do with laser stitching, even though it's not done by hand, it really opens the door for a lot of opportunities, a lot of beautiful designs and colors and things like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I would think. Um, so one of the big, in my opinion, one of the big selling points about JW Boot Company is all the different custom options that you can, choose from to actually build a boot that is something you really want. It's not just an off the shelf type thing. I counted them up. I think by my count, you've got like in the men's, you've got 5 styles, like 10 different hides, and I don't even know how many colors you have. And the women's it's about the same, right? I mean, we're talking
Yeah,
about thousands of combinations of different choices that you had to make a perfect boot. Um, so can you like explain to everybody what some of those little touches and custom options that you can pick from are?
sure. I don't think it's quite 1,000, but there are definitely a lot of.
It seems like there would be. I don't know. That's a lot of
Well,
numbers.
so there's heel options that I offer. Heel options is probably the trickiest because not every last can accept every heel.
Right.
You know, the way the last is designed, there may be certain heels that can fit it and others that can't. But heel with some of the boots, there's several heels that we can put on them. Um, uh, shaft color stitching. I know that we made a boot for you and you wanted a specific color on the
Right.
stitching on the shaft, and that's something we can do. And then to a degree, shaft design. There's about 4 or 5 designs that we kind of rotate our boots with, and sometimes people fall in love with a certain design, and we can usually, if they like that specific design, we can do that for them. And then of course we can do so many colors. um Man, I forget all my options. We can do full boots in a leather. I had a customer that wanted all python skin, and we did the whole boot, shaft and everything in python skin. So there's actually a lot of things that we can do that you can't necessarily find on my website, and that's only because I either haven't made that boot yet, and so
Right.
I don't have a picture of it. But yeah, I always tell customers, I'm the one that you deal with whenever you come onto my website, or if you make a phone call, or in any way uh, deal with JW Boot Company. And the more communication that we can have, the more I can get you into the exact boot you want.
Right. And didn't you tell me you can even like for a small charge, you can do like a logo or some initials or something on there as well?
I can. I've done that several times. We've done logos, we've done initials. Absolutely.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself taking this company in the future? I know that's a tough one to answer, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question.
I mean, we're like in the age right now of online boot selling, I mean, I think, I don't know how long it's been going on exactly, but I think online sales are outdoing in-person sales in cowboy boots probably 3 to 1, I would assume, just in general. I mean, it just,
I don't know the numbers, but I would think that they have to, considering the times that we're in now. That's a great question. I don't know where I'm taking this. I mean, I can make some guesses. I, this isn't. I'm not like some of the major online sellers where I'm pumping hundreds of thousands or $1 million into facilities and production and
right,
and things like that. So that really limits how fast you can grow. I mean, the
sure,
more money you put into a business, the quicker it can grow. That's just not me. I'm very, very small, and and so as a result of being small, I try to kind of I guess what's a good way to say it? I try to be exceptional in other areas, and one of them is the customer service and the personability that you have. I feel like if you're buying my boots, you're buying, part of me, and I talk about the the experience, and that's written on my website. It's written on my boxes, and the best boot wearing experience, and the experience starts as soon as that order is placed. The very first conversation we have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you do offer great customer service. I can attest to that. It's awesome that, you're the only person anybody's going to deal with. There's no other employees or anything. If somebody gets a hold of you on your website or calls you or messages you on Facebook or whatever, it's actually you. And, that really means a lot to me as a consumer.
Well, thank you. And it means a lot to me too. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, we're going to have some fun now. Let's do a rapid fire round.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to, ask you something and you just give me the first thing off the top of your head.
Sure.
All right. Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite professional sports team?
Texas Rangers.
Favorite video game?
MLB The Show.
Favorite food?
Ooh, that's a tough one. If I'm in Central Texas, it's cheese enchiladas. No question about it. But Central Texas is one of the only places that can do them the way I like them. Otherwise, I like any kind of taco, street tacos, hard tacos, soft tacos, whatever. Big fan of that. Breakfast tacos, and then Texas barbecue.
Yeah, can't go wrong with any of those.
Yeah.
Whiskey or tequila?
Whiskey. Manhattan.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Coke or Dr. Pepper?
Neither.
Really? What's your soft drink of choice?
I don't drink a lot of soft drinks.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of already answered this one. Brisket or pulled pork?
Brisket.
Favorite TV show?
Ooh, that's a good one. It changes.
Yeah.
Man, I don't have any idea.
I'll tell you mine, the one that's on now that I love is Yellowstone. Have you ever watched that?
I haven't, but I've heard good things about it.
Oh man, it's good. Okay. Favorite movie?
Ooh, Shawshank Redemption, maybe?
It's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, and one last one. If you had to pick a brand of boots other than your own to wear all the time, what would that be?
Ooh, great question. Since I'm a big on customer service, and I think that maybe there's a larger gap between customer service and boot companies than there is between the quality of the boots. Setting aside your custom boot makers here in the United States, their quality is exceptional. But I'm just talking about whether you can order from an online company or on the shelf. I think that the biggest gap in these companies necessarily in quality of boot, but it's in customer service. So with that said, I like what Will Roman's doing down there at Chizo's in Austin. I've got to talk to him a couple of times. I feel like he does some things that I do where he really reaches out to the customers in ways that you wouldn't expect, a boot company owner to do. So I would love to, as a customer, deal with him and check out his product.
Yeah, I actually did just about a week ago, and I'm reviewing him here this week. So he's a great guy, and his customer service and your customer service are right there. So that's a good choice. All right. Well, Blake, this was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for joining me.
I had a good time. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, why don't you tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and what your website is and all that good stuff?
Absolutely. jwbootcompany.com. Go on to my website. If you see something you like, let me know. If you see something you like on one boot and something you like on another boot, you can respond to me on the website, or you can contact me at jwbootcompany@gmail.com and just say, I like the vamp of this boot, and I like the shaft of this boot, and I like the color of this boot, and let's put it all together. And that's something I can do. And so just reach out to me, or if you just have questions. I know that a lot of times people think about a purchase for a month or two, and so if you have questions about a product, ask me a question, I'll answer it. And if that helps you make a decision a month or two down the road, I'm great with that. jwbootcompany.com.
Yeah, everybody go check it out. It's a really good company, and he's going to have something on there that you're going to like, I promise. All right, Blake. Well, I'll talk to you next time, man. I appreciate it.
Nick, thanks.
All right.